right, we'll get started. Morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. You can come to lay on your backs in a comfortable position. Again, whatever that looks like for you today, legs extended or feet planted. And then just close your eyes. Give yourself a moment. And just let yourself settle into your breath. Taking inhales through your nose, belly rises. And exhale through your nose as the belly softens. Finding the top of your inhale, ribs expand. And the bottom of your exhale, let your shoulders become really heavy, really relaxed. As you inhale, just noticing anywhere in the body where maybe it feels like you're holding on or you're a bit locked up or tight. And exhale, just do your best to soften into those spots. And as you focus on the sound of your breath, just letting go of any distractions, any thoughts that aren't going to serve you for the next 30 minutes. And just really try to be on your mat with your breath. Now we'll take about 3 more cycles of breath here before we start to move. Just take your time. And then at the end of the third breath, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Just wake yourself up. And bring your heels together at the back of the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Point the toes. Take an inhale. Full body stretch here. And exhale to relax. Good. One more like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring the feet onto the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Arms wrap around the shins. Give yourself a squeeze. That's rooting down through your lower back as you gently hug your thighs in. And keeping the thighs hugged in tight, just start to rock side to side here, waking up the low back. Good. A couple more breaths. And you're going to keep your right knee in. Left leg is going to extend, but extend the left leg out so it's hovering off of the mat. So you're squeezing that right leg in, but you're also engaging the top of the left thigh. And it's just hovering about an inch, maybe an inch and a half off of the floor. And try to flex that left foot. So curl the toes back toward the face. So you're getting as long as you can through that left side, squeezing the right side in. 3 cycles of breath here. And then at the end of the third breath, left knee in, right leg long, and again, same thing, extend the right leg so it's hovering just about an inch off the mat. And switch the grip with the hands, so find your non-dominant grip. And belly draws down, low back, grounds into the mat as well. And stay strong through the top of the right thigh, last 3 cycles. And end of the third breath, the right knee hugs in, arms around the shins again, give yourself a squeeze. And you're going to bring your shins up to a tabletop position. So your knees are stacked on top of your hips. Extend your fingers toward the ceiling. Draw the abs down. On your inhale, right arm, left leg start to extend out to a hover. Exhale, pull back through center. Good. Inhale, left arm, right leg extend. Take your time. Exhale, use the abs, come back. Good. Breathing in, reach out, switch. Exhale, center. So you're just moving with your breath here. Side to side, waking up your core. 2 more on each side here. And the last cycle, come back through center. You're going to plant your feet so they're mat distance apart. So feet are wide, toes turn out on a slight angle, and arms are just alongside of you. Palms are planted. Lift your hips up just to a hover here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, engage your glutes as you lift your hips up all the way to the top. Good. Breathe in, hips come down just to a hover. Exhale, squeeze your seat, your hamstrings to press the hips up as high as you can. Good. Inhale, lower to a hover. Exhale, press up. Good. So head into 4 more of those. Try to stick with that pace. We're starting to activate our glutes and our hamstrings. Last 3. Good. 2 more. And slowly lower yourself down. Keep your feet mat distance. Let your knees fall over to the right. You can tee the arms out. Take the gaze to the left. Guide the knees back through center. Take them all the way to the left. Turn the gaze to the right. Good. So come back through center. Bring your right arm overhead. You can roll to the right side. And just land here for a couple of breaths. And then whenever you feel ready, you can transition onto your front into a wide-legged child's pose. So you've been here before, hips to heels or to a pillow or a block. Rest the forehead. I'm just taking some nice deep belly breaths here, feeling your back body rise on the inhale. Press your hips back to the heels on the exhale. Now walk both of your hands over to the left side of the back. Right hand stacks on top. Forehead is rooted. So you're targeting that right side body, getting into the intercostal muscles. Good, and all the way over to the right, left hand on top. Good, come back through center. Spread the fingers wide, press down through your hands and come forward into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, neutral spine to start. So moving into some cat-cows here. Inhale, belly drops. Start to lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. Exhale, drop the tailbone, rounding the back body. Drop the head, press up right between your shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, lifting up, scooping through the lower back. And exhale to round it out. And take 3 more, just like that. Take your time. Good, so end of the 3rd breath, come back to neutral, walk the knees back, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, downward dog. So you can find some gentle movement here if you like in downward dog. Start to walk it out gently. All right, bring the gaze forward between the hands. Just tiptoe your feet toward the top of your mat. Once you're there, feet are hip distance. Bend the knees a lot. Release your head and your neck. So you're in an active or a passive, rather, forward fold. Upper body is super heavy here. No effort. You can sway side to side if that feels good. Good, and keep the bend in the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and then just slowly you can start to press yourself up all the way toward the top of the mat if you're not already there. And we're just going to move with the breath here. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, look up. Bend the knees on your exhale as you fold forward. Take your time. Breathe in, palms come to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just fold, heavy head. Press down through the feet, inhale, arms sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And do a few more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Good, halfway lift on the inhale. Fold, heavy head on your exhale. Good, breathe in, reach up all the way, take your time. Exhale, hands to heart. And take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more here, inhale, reach up. And exhale to fold. Lengthen the spine on your inhale. Fold, heavy head on your exhale. Make sure your feet are right together here. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. On your exhale, you're going to interlace your fingers. I know you can't see my hands, but interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, reaching up. Relax the shoulders. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, come up and over toward the left side. So pressing the hips over to the right. Still moving with the breath. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, switch. Good, breathe in, rise up. Exhale, change. So just moving here, side to side. Inhales bring you through center. Exhale, you're reaching. Again, getting into those intercostal muscles. Let's do one more on each side here. As you come back through center on your inhale, separate your hands and then exhale, bend the knees, sit back and down into your powerful pose. So just waking up the tops of the thighs here, draw the belly in and sit down nice and low. Try to soften your toes here, bringing your weight mostly into your heels. Good, every inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sit down. I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see. We're gonna move with the breath again here. So on your inhale, you're gonna sweep the arms back, straighten the legs, so you have a nice straight spine. And then exhale, bend the knees, reach forward and up. So inhale, sweep back, legs are straight, back is straight. Exhale, bend the knees, Reach forward and up. 3 more here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take an inhale here. Bring your hands to heart center as you exhale and fold over the thighs. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just fold with a heavy head. Walk your feet so they're hip distance apart, about 6 inches. Inhale to halfway lift. Now on the exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step your right foot all the way back. So find your balance here. Hands come to the left thigh. You're in a runner's lunge, sweeping the arms back. Again, I'll turn to the side so you can see. So right foot back, right on the ball of that back foot, and arms are reaching back behind you. We're just waking up the thighs here. Try to engage the tops of the thighs, the inner thighs. And gazing just in front of your mat. So bring the chin away from the chest. Good, now stay low in the lunge. Start to reach the arms up overhead. Again, find your balance by engaging your core, sticking with that smooth breath. And maybe steady your gaze on one unmoving object. That's going to help you to balance as well. Every breath in, reaching up through the tips of the fingers. Exhale, you're lunging. Good, now take an inhale, reach up high. On your exhale, you're going to open up into a warrior 2. So the right foot walks parallel to the back edge of your mat, left toes point to the top, arms come out to a T. Your left heel is intersecting the arch of your right foot, so your hips are neutral. Good, again, breath in, grow a little bit taller. Exhale, lunge. Arms are strong. Watch that that back arm's not dropping down. Good, 3 breaths here. So at the end of the 3rd breath, you're going to bring your hands to the hips, straighten the left leg, and now start to heel toe your right foot in about halfway. Once you're halfway, turn to face the front and then step forward. Again, reset here, feet are hip distance, soften the knees, and fold. Good, halfway lift on the inhale, palms to the shins. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, and the left foot steps back this time. So we're just moving right into the opposite side, starting with our runner's lunge, hands to top thigh, and then sweep the arms back behind you. Right hip pulls back, left hip presses forward. Good, breathing in to lengthen. Exhale to lunge. Good, make sure you're breathing the whole time here. I'm going to stay low in the lunge, arms come up overhead, lots of control. Once you're there, relax the shoulders. Good, couple breaths. Inhale, reach up high. Warrior 2 on your exhale, start to open up. Again, find that heel to arch alignment with your feet. Right toes are forward, left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Good, get strong through your upper body here. Reach the hands away from each other. Good, breathing in to grow a little bit taller. Breathing out to lunge. Last 3 cycles. So end of the 3rd breath, hands to the hips. Straighten the right leg, and this time you're going to turn all 10 toes to face that left side wall. So we're going to move into a forward fold. You can bend the knees here if you need to, especially if you're tight through the hamstrings or the low back. Start to fold forward. Now we want a nice straight spine here. So if you feel yourself rounding, just bend the knees, or you can bring your hands up onto something, a cushion, or you have a little side table or something, or a chair. Just want to feel this in the backs of the legs, not in the low back. Here, so breathing in, you're lengthening your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Got 3 cycles of breath here. So at the end of the 3rd breath, you're going to start to walk your hands toward the top of the mat. Turn all 10 toes forward. Step into a downward dog. Pedal it out. Good. Now coming forward into a high plank, you can bring your knees down to the mat and start to lower yourself all the way to your stomach. You're going to sort of prop yourself up onto your forearms just for a moment, and now bend the right knee. So if you can reach back with the right hand and clasp the top of the foot. If not, this is a good place to use a belt or a strap and just loop it around the foot. You can come sort of down, resting your head, turn the head to either side. We're just getting into that right quad. So just a gentle stretch, nothing too intense. It's that same sort of stretch that you would do when you're standing and you kick one heel back and grab the foot. You just don't have to worry about balancing here. You can let your forehead rest and just take about 4 deep breaths. And then at the end of the 4th breath, just carefully release the right foot and then switch. Left heel pulls in, reach back with the left hand, clasping the foot. And just easy, smooth cycles of breath here. Okay, take about 4 more. And then at the end of the 4th breath, release the left foot. You're going to stack your hands sort of just underneath your chin, bend both of your knees, and you can just sway the shins side to side here. Good. Lower the feet down, plant the hands beneath the shoulders, press back into a child's pose. Good. Some deep belly breaths here. Good. So you're going to come forward into a tabletop position. Again, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. All 10 toes are tucked underneath. And then start to bring your hips to sit onto your heels. So that stretch for the arches of the feet. Make sure all of your toes are tucked under. You can bring your hands onto your thighs to start. And if this one feels really intense for you, just lean forward a bit, or you can bring your fingers to the floor. If you want something a bit more challenging, you can lean back, bringing more weight onto the heels. Just a good way to get into that really tight interconnective tissue through the bottom of your feet. We'll be here for about 5 cycles of breath. If you need to take a break, go ahead. Okay, 2 more. And then at the end of that last breath, just gonna lean forward, plant the hands, lift your feet up, and roll the ankles out a couple times each way. And then if it feels okay, you can really lightly tap the tops of the feet onto your mat. You grab some water, some coffee, whatever you're drinking this morning, and then make your way onto your back. And we will start with our feet planted. So your feet are going to be planted about hip distance apart and parallel. All right, slide the hips a few inches over to the right. And if it works for you, you can cross the right thigh on top. Moving into a spinal twist, knees fall left. You can tee the arms out or bend your arms at 90 degrees. And then turning the gaze to the right side to complete that twist. Okay, make your way back. Unwind the thighs, slide the hips over to the left. Again, if it works for you, left thigh on top. And come into that twist, opposite side. All right, make your way back through center. Just square off those hips again, bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall open. Let's bring the arms up overhead. You can find opposite wrists or opposite elbows. Tuck the shoulders underneath. Just try to let your knees and your thighs be as heavy as possible here. And just following that breath still. A couple more. And you're welcome to stay here if you like, or you can start to extend the legs out, reaching the heels toward the corners of the mat. Take your arms alongside. Turn your palms up to face the ceiling as you tuck your shoulders under. Just find a gentle tuck in your chin so the back of the neck is long. And just feeling your breath start to slow down here. So when you get up from your mats today, just try to move really slowly. Take your time. Just rolling onto one side and pressing yourself up from there. Thank you for coming this morning. I will be back next week, Tuesday at 8 a.m. So hopefully we'll see you then. And I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the sunshine.
Thanks a lot, Annie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Annie. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, you too, Marilyn. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.